Hi everybody. I think Jeff is not going to show up today because he's at wrestling match and I think I'm going to be here with you guys.
Ah! It's El Santo versus Hulk Hogan and the Macho Man. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm gonna molest you. Hey, you want me to help you with the end of my Nugget challenge, huh? Or do you want me to give you a suplex? All right, hold on. Let me get my hat on. Oh, dang it. Well, I guess it's just you and me and a whole bunch of gold. My wife doesn't like staying out here in the cabin too long. She says that she can feel Slim's presence here. That's right. I can't say all my crazy jokes when she's around, all right? I'll get a shoot up to the side of the head. All right, now for all you new folks out there, this is the end of my Nugget challenge. And this is the place where we give away tons of gold, tons of silver bars, gold nuggets, and a brand new Gold Monster 1000 melee detector. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, and you guys are in luck because this is the month that we give away the mother load. Ooh, that's got to be a good 20 pounds. Wow! Imagine how much gold's in there. Remember the video we did where I scooped up all that dirt in my backyard, right where we dumped the pan and tub for like years and years and years, and I said I was gonna give it away? Well, we're gonna be giving it away. Woo-hoo! I tell you what, you can't beat that, not even with an ugly stick. So look for all these things at the end of this video because that's the stuff you're gonna be guessing on. Ooh, I'm excited just thinking about it. Oh, I gotta summon my Macho Man.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, I know you new folks out there are saying, this poor boy's cornbread ain't done all the way through. That's right, well, Gold Fever will do that to you, trust me. You get a good taste of it, and ooh, you'll never be the same, I tell you what. Now, speaking of new folks, before I get too far along, I want to welcome all of our new folks and say thank you for joining our community and helping us keep the dream alive. Because without you guys, none of this stuff happens. And while we're on the subject, that's right, I want to thank my existing patrons for staying the course for so many years and helping us keep the dream alive. Because once again, without your guys' continued support, none of this stuff happens. So, oh wait, I gotta find my gun. I think Kevin Costner came in here and took his gun. Hold on while I whip this out. What the heck is this thing? It doesn't even have a trigger on it. Really? Ooh, I know, the shotgun. Old double barrel never lets me down. This is my boomstick. Remember that? Ooh, that thing's already cocked and ready to go. All right, so I'm gonna give all you guys a big cowboy yeehaw and shout out for helping us keep the dream alive. Are you ready? Woo! Cover your ears, darling, because you're about to get both barrels. Yeah! Yeah! I know, right? Who has more fun than crazy people? All right, let me get this big old... Man, that thing's heavy. What the heck? Kevin Costner? Ooh, look what Kevin Costner left me. A brand new gun. Woo-hoo! Man, this is great. Yeah! Let's see if it works. Yeah! This thing never runs out of bullets. Remember Open Range? He fired that thing like 90 times and never reloaded. All right, let's get on to getting it on. And if you're lucky, later I'll make you some of my world famous cowboy style eggs and beans. Ooh, you're gonna like these. Ooh, I think that one still has a chicken in it. Now for you new folks out there, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read off all the names of you guys that just signed up. That's right. And of course, I'm gonna botch your name real good like. And if you up your pledge for whatever reason, I'm gonna give you a shout out for that too. Just our way of saying thank you for your increased support. Isn't that cool? And if you guys have any shout outs or anniversaries or birthdays or anything like that, let me know and I'll put you at the top of the list. We'll get that out so everybody knows. Oh, I know. Stop jaw jacking, Jeff. Get on with it. We want to know who won that gold. Well, just hold on. I got to tell these new folks how this game is played so they have a fair chance of winning too. Don't you agree? Yeah! All right, so without further ado, let's get on to reading these names off because I can't wait to butcher them. And I know you can't wait for me to butcher them. So let's get into it. And as a bonus twist, I'll play some deliverance music while we read the names off. How's that sound, huh?
Now let's you just drop them pants.
All right, I know. Enough of shenanigans. Let's get on with getting it on. Now, Toby Ostrom, I know I'm messing it up already. His son turns 21 July 21st. Or is that 25th? No, 25th. I get it. So his son turns 12 July 25th. So, Toby Ostrom's son, we want to wish you a golden birthday. Doesn't that sound cool? Oh, and for that, you get your own cowboy yeehaw and shout out. Ooh, I feel it coming on. Come on, Kevin Costner. Don't you fail me now. Yeah! Yeah! Happy birthday, son of Jim. All right, we got waffle cone. Come on now. No, that's waffle calm. Come on now. I got Gary Maverick, Eric Bolin, Ritesh Varma. I get it. Come on now. Robert McFentridge, David Rowland or Poland. Can't get that. Charlie Jacks, Richard Meyer, Troy stepped up this pledge. Thanks, Troy. Appreciate that. Dick Johnson, give me my coffee. Alan Wilkerson, Chris Wright, Eric Jordan, Vera, Edward Gardner, Ed Weeby. Up to his pledge. Thanks, Ed. I appreciate that. Patience, which I have none of. Keith Cole, Carly's Kruger, Jason's Birch, Thomas Carr, Les Woodruff, Swamp Thing. You make my Swamp Thing. I didn't say I could sing, huh? All right, Mark Rinsell, Husky up this pledge. Thanks, Husky. Glenn Smith, Daniel Blount, Ali, Jaden Shires, Bradley Fisher, Wolverine 3308. Ooh, I like the sound of that. That sounds cool. Jesse Jackson. I am the Democratic hopeful nominee. Mark Kennedy up this pledge. Thanks, Mark. Michael M. Ed Deuce. Todd B. up this pledge. Thanks, Todd. Aaron Frick. Hood. Jam BS up this pledge. Thanks, Jam. What does that mean? Chicka wow wow. Polly D's. Paul Desimone. Alex Vaughn. Ron Liston. Jeff Rodriguez up this pledge. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate that. Steven Tingledall. John Salazar. I'll get it. Come on now. Sour Mash. Mike Wilson. Ali McKinko. Percy. Inessa. Stephen Goldsmith. Really? Daniel Santana. Rick Piccone. Cato 1911, ooh, Jerry Young, Thomas Patterson, Robert Jude Romero, Derwin Richardson, Leo Brinkley, AC/DC, yeah! And we got the biggest, H-Rocks, no, it's just AC. H-Rocks, Adam, Christopher Foiser, Philip Goriardino, Ian, Anthony Flores, Justin Cox, Jay Smith, Jess Milbrat, Dane Shear, Stephen Harum, Ben, JD, Yo Sucker, Yo Jimbo. I don't know what that means, but you're going to have to tell me. You know that, right? John and Lisa Warren, Mark A, Jennifer Lowler, Chuck T, Isaac Rodriguez, Victor Rodriguez. I wonder you guys are brothers, right? Dennis Watson, Elementary, my dear Watson. David Regular, John Smoke Clan or Smock Clan. I think it's Smoke Clan, right? Stuart K, John Salazar, Heather Giggler, Jody Smith, Brian Goazios, Michael M., Chris Wagner, Daniel Lawrence, Samuel Phillips, Patrick Davis, Joey Andalina, Brian Morpheus, CV, Rescue Rasali, Jeremiah Johnson. No, it's Jeremiah Romero. Come on, man. Keith Russell, Leran Ritter, Fred Yarcho, Mike, Charles M.I., Adam Motes, Daniel Hubbard, Daniel Stilwell, Kevin Parker, Ollie, I think it's Allie, Corey Christensen, Kyle Gibson, Gil, I'll get it, come on now, Scotty Elliott, Mike Martin, Ox, Dan Patterson, Brad Page, John Goulant, 4, oh, that's cool, Brian, Kazimazi 808, I think I got that right? Stephen Dreyer, Malin, Bill Wyke, Jesus Mercado, Scott Kinch, KB Hallmark 4 up this place. Thanks, KB. Appreciate that. Richard Carnes, Mike, Walter Graham, Aaron Lance, Don Cryer Skelly, Michael Ian Fellhauer, Mark Terrence Siciliano. I got it. Karen Hardy, Ben Duffin, Kuno, Ben Duff, Cooney. I get it. Stop that. Stop laughing at me. Come on now. Stephen Kenneth Waltley, Terry Kearns, Eric Savory, Sylvester Stallone. No, Sylvester Johnson. I got you with that one, didn't I? None your business. Why? It's none your business. Aaron Radies, Jeff Moore, Andrew, Cat, Isabella Snow Monkey. Oh, hey, welcome back. Randy Dolph Rundgren, I must break you. Richard Howell, Colton Cave, D. Rarder, Mike P., Chris, Toby Onstrom, Vince D., Colden Parnell, M.N. McCracken, release the Kraken! Hubert, Annie, David Trudell, Dave, Caleb Bootler, Ricardo Montalban, no, it's Fantasy Island. No, it's Ricardo Torres, Jonathan J. Bodle, David Murray, Oswaldo Gotti, Thomas Franklin, Dave Simon, MC Mark, huh? Is it okay? Ricardo Westover, Albert Ward, Michael Nations, I think that's it. Michael Simpson, Copper State Restaurant Services. Oh, I like the sound of that. Ooh, I bet you got good food in there. Sean Silbora, Cheyenne McDougall, George Burton, Brian Vanter, Austin Beast Around. Oh no, Austin Brown. God, I can't even read my own handwriting. Can you imagine that? Steve Bailey, John, Marvin Gaye. No, it's Marvin Brown. Come on, remember that song? I used to love that song. Robert Alexander Lamy up his pledge. Thanks, Robert. And Lady Myra Murfin up her pledge. Thanks, lady. Yeah, I know what happened with that. I'm glad you got that fixed. Jamie McCleskey, David Oppenheimer. No, that's David Oppenheimer. Matt Fanning, The Rock. Sean Connery in The Rock. Robert L. Johnson, Stephen Saar, Mason Gay. I can't say that out loud. Paul Arguede. Paul, welcome back. I'm glad you figured it out. Sheila, Adam Kennedy, Kurt, Subi J20, James Mayfield, Charlie, Anthony Thomas, Brian Heffley, Greg Massamore, Matthew Sheeling, Jillian Goslin, Brandon D., Bill Wright, Joe Merkish, William Wilkes, Gary Amica, Chuck Thad Williams, Buzz Aldrin, no, that's just Buzz, John Asbury, seeing a van life. You living in a van? No, come on down to the cabin. That way you don't have to live in a van down by the river. Joy, Tom Cuneo, Joseph Murrow, Terry Wiggins. Oh, that's it, Terry Wiggins. You know he's big because he's got those sausage stuffing hands. Woo-hoo, wow. That's enough names to choke a donkey and Slim at the same time. Me, my wife Leela, Slim, and the whole crew want to give you all a big cowboy yeehaw and shout out for helping us keep the dream alive. Because once again, without you people out there, none of this stuff happens. And we want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And the best way to do that is with what? That's right, a 6-gun. Woo-hoo! So hold on to them pants, because I feel a banjo brewing real good, right? Ooh, so don't you drop them pants, not just yet. Wee-haw! Yeah! Yeah! Woo! Now we're gonna get on with the challenges, because that's why you're here. You want to find out who won all that gold and silver in a metal detector. Ooh, and I got a big announcement for you in this video, too. So you just keep them pants on till you hear that banjo. Now, for you new folks out there, we actually have 2 challenges going on at the same time. One of them is called the Fine Slim Challenge, which I'm sure you haven't heard of. And, of course, the other one is the End of Month Nugget Challenge. And that's where we give away all the gold and the silver and the metal detectors and the nuggets and all that stuff. But we also have another challenge called the Fine Slim Challenge. And that challenge is developed for people who want to try to win a bag of pay dirt just by finding a picture of Slim. And the reason why we came up with this challenge is because we want to give you guys the opportunity to get another bag of pay dirt just simply by finding a poster of Slim. That's all there is to it. But before I get too far along, I'm going to explain the rules to all you new folks out there. That way you have a full understanding of how the game is played and you have a fair shot of winning a bag of pay dirt, okay? I said okay. That's what I thought. All right, so the first thing we're going to cover is the Fine Slim Challenge, and then we're going to go to the End of Month Nugget Challenge, okay? Now, the rules to the Fine Slim Challenge are really, really easy. Every month, we release 3 specially marked videos. It says Fine Slim right on the front. There's a big skeleton and a number on the bottom. That's important. And in one of those specially marked videos that says Fine Slim on it, we've hidden a poster of this good-looking guy right here. That's right. Yeah. Woo-hoo. No, not him. Him. A face only a mother could love. That's right. In one of those videos, only one, there is a poster Slim. Now, it's not CG. Those are his illegitimate children running around trying to cause havoc playing with your little fragile minds. No, it's this right here. You're looking for that. Now, I know you're saying, Jeff, 3 videos, I gotta find that poster? That'll take forever. No, that's the cool part. We leave little clues and patterns. And once you played the game long enough, you'll recognize these clues and patterns. In fact, Jim and Lisa Turner, they found them for over 2 years straight, and they got ounces of gold to show for it, because they figured out the patterns and the clues. And no, I'm not gonna tell you what they are. Now, I know you're saying, Jeff, if I find that burger, what do I win? Well, first of all, you got to be signed up under the Fine Slim tier to win anything from the Fine Slim Challenge, and that is a $50 a month tier. So you have to up your pledge into the Fine Slim tier. And the good news is that every time you go up a tier, you get the benefits from that tier down. So if you're a premium patron and you say, hey, I think I found that booger, I'm gonna up my pledge to the Fine Slim tier, which is a $50 a month tier. That's right. Now you've got all the benefits of the Fine Slim tier all the way down. Do you see that? Isn't that cool? So remember that. And if you go to the very top tier, you get all the benefits that we can ever offer. That's the cool part. And then you can move around in the tiers anytime you want if you don't want to stay there in that particular tier. Now, I know, getting back to what you're asking, Jeff, what do I win if I found that burger and I'm signed up under the Fine Slim tier? You get yourself one of these boogers. Oh, mama. One of these incredibly rich, beautiful bags of pay dirt from the Drift Mine. These things are super rich. They're world famous. There ain't any other bags out there this rich. I can guarantee you that. So that's what you get if you successfully find them. Now, if you're signed up under the Fine Slim tier, you're going to leave me a private message where you think you found them. But if you're a premium patron or below, you can go ahead and play the game. Just leave your guess in the comment section of that video. It's that simple. And you have up until we post the next end of month Nugget Challenge video to get your final guess into where you think you saw them, okay? It's just like the end of month Nugget Challenge. We always release those videos on the 7th into the next month, and I'll get into those details when we get into the end of month Nugget Challenge video rules, okay? But first, we gotta find out where that burger was hiding. And guess what? For you guys that like to celebrate the 4th of July, I just happen to have an extra boomstick laying around. So, Maestro, yeah, come on, baby. Woo! Roll that film! Ah! Hey guys, it's your favorite gold miner, prospector, and geologist, Jeff Williams.
Hey guys, it's your favorite gold miner, prospector.
Ooh, man, wasn't that fun? Oh, I tell you what, that burger could hide in a snowdrift in the middle of July. So if you are signed up under the Fine Slim tier and you did successfully find them, go ahead and let us know. But we're going to go through all your guys' guesses, okay? And then we'll notify you and send you out a bag of this incredibly rich pay dirt. Ooh, now we're gonna get on to getting on with the end of month Nugget Challenge, because that is what you guys are here for, right? You want to know who won all them gold bags of pay dirt and silver bars and ooh, a Gold Monster 1000 metal detector. Yeah, I could just feel. Oh, and I got a big surprise for you too. Now, for all you new folks out there, we're going to go over the rules for the end of month Nugget Challenge. That way you guys know exactly how the game is played, and you have a fighting chance of getting your hands on one of these incredibly rich, beautiful bags of pay dirt from the Drift Mine. So, here's how it works. Every month, we give away 10 bags of beautiful pay dirt from our Drift Mine, because all the gold that we mine out of there goes directly to you guys. And anytime we find nuggets or super monster nuggets, we give them to you guys too. Matter of fact, we just found some, and you'll be seeing that at the end of this video. But think of this game as Price is Right, except for gold, okay? If you guys have ever seen the show Price is Right, it's just like that, except for gold. Come here, look at this. Every month, we give away 10 bags of pay dirt and a metal detector. The 10 bags of pay dirt sit inside of these 10 boxes, and the item you're guessing on for the metal detector sits in the 11th box, which is the mystery box. And you're gonna see all that stuff at the very, very end of this video. That's all the new items you're guessing on for next month. So how does it work? Well, what you're gonna do is you're gonna pick one box, just one box, not all 11, but you're gonna pick one box out of 11 boxes, and you're gonna look at what's in that box and try to figure out how heavy you think those items are, or that item, to the 10th of a gram. And then you're gonna put your guess in the comments section of this end of month nugget challenge video. Not any of the other videos, not on YouTube, not on the winners list, not on the Fine Slim challenge list. No, you're gonna put it in the comments section of this video, because if you don't do that, we won't be able to see it and it won't get counted. Do you see how that works? So make sure you put it in the comment section of this video, okay? And keep in mind that every bag of pay dirt comes with a 1 ounce silver bar. So when you're trying to guesstimate or figure out how heavy you think these items are, you got to put them both together and then come up with a guess. And for you new folks out there, what I would recommend is going back and scrolling down and seeing what the other nugget challenges look like as far as the weights go. That way you kind of get an idea of how heavy these 1 quart bags are when they're all filled up, okay? It'll give you a baseline to go from. So go back and look at those if you're new, and then you can see how heavy these bags are on average, okay? It's not gonna be exact, but it'll give you a ballpark. Now, the mystery box, that's a whole nother booger right there. For the mystery box, which is where we give away this Gold Monster 1000 metal detector, we like to put random items in that box from stuff that we find here in the cabin. And last month was what? This nice, beautiful blasting cap tin. Ooh, it's in fantastic shape too. So what you're doing is you're trying to guess how heavy you think this thing is to the 10th of a gram if you want box 11. You see how that works? So, and the neat thing is box 11 is determined by what? You guys. That's right. Because you guys said you wanted a Gold Monster 1000 metal detector. So we decided to throw that in. But lately, a lot of you guys are on the fence and you're like, you know what, Jeff? We would like either a rock crusher or a PI machine. So we're looking at giving away a Garrett Axiom metal detector, which we're just about ready to give away because it seems most of you guys want this, or the Keen Rock Crusher. Now, personally, I would like an RC46, but those boogers are $12,000 a piece. So it's between these two items right here. Now, a lot of you guys said, Jeff, why don't you offer all 3 of these things away and then let the winner decide which one they want? We just might do that too. I like that. That's pretty cool because options and choices are fantastic, aren't they? Because some people might already have a metal detector and they want a rock crusher, or vice versa. So that's probably what we're gonna do here in the next month or two, all right? So stay tuned for that. You wanna get your guess in as quick as possible because the way that you win is whoever gets closest to the actual weight without going over that weight to the 10th of a gram and is the first one to do it wins. So for you new folks out there, if you pick box number 1, which is a bag of pay dirt and a silver bar, and it's 1,400 grams, and you guessed 1,400 grams, and you were the first one to do it, bam! You just won yourself a bag of pay dirt from the sump and a 1 ounce silver bar. You see how that works? So, and the cool thing is that you can change your box number and your weight guess anytime you like. You got that? But you gotta remember, just because you change it doesn't mean that somebody's going to come in behind you and change theirs too. I've seen a lot of that going on. People jockeying around, trying to up their guesses or downgrade their guesses because they're competing. But don't fret none because you don't know that they're actually guessing in the right direction. They might be guessing away from the actual weight. You see how that works? So don't fret none when you see somebody come in behind you and put a 0.1 after your guess on top of it because they might be going the wrong way. Maybe it's the other way. Maybe it weighs less than what they're thinking. See how that works? So don't fret none. But remember, your final guess has to be in before the 7th into the next month, which is when we post the new end of month nugget challenge video. You see how that works? So you got about 30 days to play with that thing. And not that. Keep it PG. Chicka wow wow. You're going to go blind. Yeah. I know. I can hear it from here. Come on, Jeff. Weigh up them bags because we want to know who won. I want to know who won. All right. I got a 10 gram weight here and we're going to put that on the scale to make sure it's calibrated before we get started. Yeah. 10 grams, baby, right on the button. Right on the mummy daddy maker. Or is that the mummy daddy button? All right, remember, each bag of pay dirt comes with a 1 ounce silver bar, all right? You need to factor that in when you're trying to figure out how heavy these items are in each box. All right, so the first one is the blowhole, huh? How many people have had to look in a blowhole before, huh? Careful, careful. You're gonna get some dirty mud. All right, box number 1 is, wow, that's heavy. 1,509.3 grams. That's 1,509.3 grams for box number 1. Ooh, which is the blowhole. Yeah, and what happens if you stick your finger in a blowhole? That's right, you become the Funk Master. Chicka wow wow, chicka wow wow, yeah. All right, box 2 is, oh, that's even heavier. 1,569.5. That's 1,569.5 for box number 2. Man, this stuff is heavy. You notice this stuff is super red too. I bet you there's just gobs of gold in this. All right, box number 3 is the sump mud. Ooh, who wants to dig into something and get a red worm? Not me. All right, box number 3 coming in at wow, they're all heavy. 1,505.7. 1,505.7 for box number 3. I'm telling you, it's this red dirt. You see this? We hit a new patch of it, and man, I bet you it's super rich. Ah, who wants a little worm goo? Stick your finger in the hole, get some worm goo. Box number 4, coming in at 1,416.2. That's 1,416.2 for a little worm goo. Chicka wow wow. Box number 5. The Mudslinger. Who's the fastest gun in the West? That's Mudslinger. Watch your mouth. Well, that's Shaft. All right, box 5. Oh, another heavy one. Box 5, 1,507.7. That's 1,507.7 for the Mudslinger. What a zinger with the Mudzinger. Hooah. All right, box number 6 is the Stinky Pinky. Remember, 2 in the... Wait a minute, I forgot how that goes. There's a 2 in the brown and 1 in the pink for the Stinky Pinky. I don't know. All right. Box 6 is a Stinky Pinky. Coming in at 1,408.9. That's 1,408.9 for a Stinky Pinky. I think it's that thing right there. Woo, yeah. Ooh, and where do you put the Stinky Pinky? Well, you got to, I don't know, the one-eyed Willie. I better stop right there. Okay, box number 7 is the one-eyed Willie. Come on, Willie. It's oh, that's a light bag. 1,380.0. That's 1,380.0 for one-eyed Willie. Ooh, now, how many of you guys have given your woman a toe massage and you found a whole bunch of toe cheese in there? That's right. Box number 8 is toe cheese. Give me some of that toe cheese with ham sandwich. Coming in at 1,415.0. That's 1,415.0 for box number 8, which is the toe cheese. Yeah. Ooh, come on, give me box number 9. I've been a good boy, so give me the monkey spank. Ooh, ooh, ha, ha, tookie, tookie. All right, box 9 is monkey spank, coming in at 1,545.0. That's 1,545.0. Man, that's a heavy bag. Holy cow. And of course, last but not least, everybody loves the mother load. Were you thinking of the girl or were you thinking of the goat? It's the mother load. Hey, box 10. Coming in at 1,482.0. That's 1,482.0 for the mother load. It's the mother load. Now, the thing you've been waiting for, that's right. The mystery box, which is this guy right here. Woohoo! That's right. Gold Monster 1000 metal detector. Now you got to figure out how heavy this thing is. All you had to do is go and buy one off eBay, and that would have told you how heavy it is. Jeez, it's really simple. All right, coming in for all the meat and potatoes. Box number 11, the mystery box. Coming in at, drum roll please, 35.4 grams. That's 35.4 grams for the mystery box. Which gets you what? Chicka wow 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 wow! That's right, the Gold Monster 1000 metal detector. Ooh, what do you think about that, huh? Oh man, oh this gold. Oh, and a brand new Gold Monster 1000 metal detector. Now keep in mind that box 11 does not come with a silver bar for you new folks out there, okay? Now if you're lucky enough to win one of these bags of incredibly rich pay dirt, I want you guys to send in pics of what you find, okay? Now every time we send a bag out, we send an email address for you guys to send those pics in, because we really want to see how much gold is coming out of where we're digging, and that'll let us know if we're right on track. And for you guys who win the Gold Monster 1000 metal detector, send in us your craziest pic. PG now. of you and that box together, okay? Because I know the folks out there would love to see it. Now, as far as announcements go, we're working on pay dirt because I know a lot of you guys are chomping at the bit. The problem is every time we find a nice pocket of gold, we give it away to you guys, okay? So we're trying to get a surplus of it so we can just sell it to you in slim store. And yeah, we're still working on that website. For you guys who are in the mine rehab tier, I want you guys to keep in mind that we're not out there rehabbing every single day. We're either working in the drift mine or we're working on going to other places for new land for you guys to prospect on. And we try to get out to our hard rocks when we can, but it is such a drive and you got to get down in there. That's 350 feet to 400 feet. That's some really serious depth right there. And of course, anytime BLM is involved, you got to work with them too. In fact, we just went to the BLM office to take care of some issues that we were having. So it's a very long, lengthy process, but I don't want you guys to give up on that because once we get it all set up and you get down in there and you see the specimen gold, ooh, just ask anybody who's been down there, like Max, Chris, Joanne, or even Jason from Mount Baker Mining and Metals. They'll all tell you it's well worth it, but everything has to be in place first, and it takes time. So be very patient with that. Now, the next question I had is tours, and some people said, Jeff, I'm a premium patron. Do I qualify to go out on a tour? Yes, you qualify to sign up to go out on a tour if you're in the premium patron tier level or above. And when we go to host tours, we'll make special videos here on the patron side just for you guys so you know where it's going to be, how much it's going to cost, and what equipment you're going to need because every place is going to be different. And keep in mind it's going to be seasonal too because the weather's been so wacky lately, it's really hard to plan around that. And we don't want to get you guys out in the heat because some people can't handle the heat and we'd really hate to have something happen with you guys. I mean, you seen what happened in Las Vegas last week. I thought I was going to get my pants blown clean off. Woo, and not in a good way either. And another question I get is, Jeff, when are we going to get some patrons down into that drift mine of yours? Ooh, do you know the logistics nightmare that is? We got to get people out there without them knowing where it's at so that the cat's not let out of the bag. You know what I mean? We're working on it, okay? Just keep them pants on. So we're trying to figure out how to get somebody out there kind of like at Area 51 where they block out the windows, you know what I mean? And then they drive to a disclosed location, maybe do a few different pickups, put a bag over your head. Yeah, that would look real good if you pulled up next to the man and he saw that. Yeah. So we're working on that to try to get you guys down in the drift mine so you can work a full day and keep all the gold you can mine out. But man, I'll tell you what, it'll test your metal. It's humid. It's hot down there. You'll sweat your booty off. Ooh, man, and that caliche is hard to dig through, but man, when you start popping out gold nuggets, you forget all about that. It's well worth it. We just have to figure out the logistics, all right? Ooh, and I think my wife has a message for you guys too. I think I hear it coming now. Ooh, I better hide.
We want to thank each and every one of you for your continuous support.
So snap into a Slim Jim. That beefy, juicy taste. Oh, yeah!